Hello again and welcome back to the channel. So today I have something a little bit different for you. This is the Masters of the Universe Origins Mattel Creations exclusive Lady Slither. So she dropped on the Mattel Creations web store about 6 weeks ago, something like that. She sold out relatively quickly. I got up very early in the morning, as I am in Australia, to order her. Very pleased I managed to secure her. I paid this much for her. And as she is one of the last in the Snake Men line, I was really pleased, as I want to complete that line. I'm not sure how many others we've got. I think maybe 1 or 2. So pretty pleased. And as you can see, she comes in a very nice package. So taking a look at the box, really nice artwork on the front, and it's kind of like embossed. And if you can see, yeah, it is like this nice emboss on the front. Quite a big package for a figure, but she's an exclusive and a deluxe figure. And then the back there is a read up. Just pause that if you want to read it. And then we have the Snake Men motif on the top, Mattel Creations on the side, and then just some particulars across the bottom. And then taking off the slip cover. There we are. Get rid of that. And there she is in all of her glory. So it comes in a very similar box to Mossman. I don't have Mossman, unfortunately. That's probably a figure I'll never be able to get, but it comes in this big box with this window display. And at the top there we can see a few of the other Snake Men. So Tuskor was one of the other figures which dropped in the Mattel Creation store a while back. These look like just some generic figures. Lady Slither, the evil slithering viper. You can see she comes with 2 different poses. She's got this big snake, or you got the legs, modern posing on the side, and then some really nice artwork on the back. Don't know who that guy is. He just looks like a generic Snake Man, but that guy looks a little bit more important. If you know who he is, let me know in the comments. Okay, let's open her up. Take a look. Okay, so here is Lady Slither out of the packaging with all of her accessories. And getting her out of the packaging actually took some effort. She was really wedged in there, particularly her cape. And also the mini comic was sellotaped in on the back. Almost ripped the packaging trying to get it out. So if you do get yours, just be careful. So let's start off with the accessories. She comes with an additional torso, an additional belt, a snake staff, a dagger, and a mini comic. So let's start off with that mini comic. So, Sword of the Serpent. If you're interested, then just pause the video and have a read, but I will go over the premise of the comic. So here she is, Lady Slither. So from what I understand from the comic, she is essentially the prize of any of the mightiest warriors who battle to the death can then take her hand in marriage. But she is not interested in that. She just wants to be the all-powerful queen of everything, I guess. So King Hiss betrays all his mates and tries to marry her, and then she just cuts King Hiss's loaf straight off. So pretty ruthless. So before we get started, let's have a quick look at Snake Teela, because I did think that there would be basically just identical figures. The books are pretty much the same, as you can see. The colour is very similar. Obviously she has the scales painted on, whereas Lady Slither doesn't. But there is a lot of new tooling going on here, quite a lot. Even the head sculpts, I thought maybe they'd just reuse. Teela, they haven't. So starting off with that retooling, all of the chest piece, the gauntlets, and even the boots are completely unique. The crown is unique, as is all of the hair, nicely sculpted. Really like windswept at the back. And then she has this, I guess it's unique, this cape, because she's the only female character in the range that actually comes with a cape. But what I'm really interested in is the alternate look, particularly because she has some serious issues standing up. I do have some stands, but I am fast running out of stands, what with my Motu figures and my classified figures refusing to stand up. There we go. Let's take a look at this massive accessory. So this is obviously the additional torso, the snake torso, and I'm hoping you can manipulate it so that she can stand up. Yep. Yeah, let's just move that down a touch. There we go. Yeah. So that's going to be much better on the shelf if I've got room for her. That is every collector's nemesis, is real estate, and I'm vastly running out of real estate on my shelves. Anyway, let's put it together. There we are. Very, very easy indeed. I actually don't mind that look at all. So in terms of articulation, as with every Motu figure, they are modular. Obviously, she's only modular with the other female characters in the line. But this new piece down the bottom, I guess there's a whole bunch of possibilities. If you can get this to fit some of the other figures, you could probably go a bit mental and have some snake men combinations or hybrids. This is completely articulated. You can see it's segmented. So you've got, I think it's a peg or a ball joint down on this first section, and then likewise here, here, and then the third is what pegs into the body. So whilst you don't get a huge range of motion, you get a decent amount. It's not too bad. And also the end of the tail as well. Oh no, there's definitely a cut there, but no, that doesn't move. So yeah, you do get a fair amount. But because of this top portion, it's going to look quite strange if you have it at any sort of weird angles. Anyway, and then with the legs, it is exactly what you'd expect. She gets up to about there, all the way out. She will go back, but obviously the cape is going to restrict it. And then a single jointed knee, boot cut, and then rocker and pivot at the ankle. And for the cloak, I don't know if we can take that off. Surely we can. I don't want to break it. No, there we go. Yep. Yeah, there you go. So that actually doesn't look too bad either. It's not really going to give her much more range of motion. And I guess it does look a little bit gappy here now, without that. Yeah, let's put it back on. Oops. That's a bit better. So yeah, the actual figure, it's not bad. It is obviously a deluxe figure, so the price tag is a little bit higher. The fact that it's also a Mattel Creations exclusive meant that it went very quickly. It sold out very, very quickly. You can still get them on the aftermarket, but those prices are going to increase. With the other accessories, it's nothing we haven't seen before. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is an identical copy of what Snake Teela comes with, but obviously in yellow. No problem with that. That is pretty much how Mattel roll when it comes to the Motu line, just reusing all of those figures, all of those components, and I'm pretty sure we've seen this as well. I can't quite recall where. It is a little bit boring, a little bit flat for what is essentially a deluxe exclusive. They could have done a little bit more of a paint job there. I mean, if you look at the image there, didn't even try to replicate it, but yeah, that's fine, I guess. And in terms of scale, here she is in her snake form next to Snake Teela, Man-at-Arms, and Bam Bam Bigelow. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Origins Lady Slither. This is a really nice figure, and it does have that exclusive feel to it, although perhaps that's just the packaging that gives it that exclusive feel, because once you take that out, it's just a deluxe figure. But it is a nice deluxe figure, and if you were lucky enough to get two, then you could essentially have two looks, the snake look and the human look on your shelf. Unfortunately, I personally don't have enough real estate on my shelves to have both looks, but I'm content with just the one. And I'm also very pleased that we've now concluded the Snake Men line. Although I think we've concluded the Snake Men line, are there any more which haven't made an appearance yet? Let me know in the comments. But there are certainly a few characters in the Origins line which we haven't seen yet. I know we are getting Extendor, we saw him at San Diego Comic-Con, but there's no sign of Rio Blast, Too Bad or Modulok, to name but a few. And I'd really like to see those make an appearance so we can conclude the Origins line. One of my biggest concerns with the Motu franchise at the moment is a saturated market. We still have the Origins line, but we also have the Turtles X Motu, which are hitting shelves, and now the Filmation figures as well. So there's quite a lot happening. And although I really do want to collect them all, it's really going to hit us hard in our wallets if they're going to just keep producing them, which obviously they will. In terms of recommendation, of course I can recommend this figure, but unfortunately you've got no way of getting her. If you were fortunate enough to get one when she dropped a few weeks back, then congratulations. If not and you want her, unfortunately you're going to have to hit the aftermarket. I've seen her on eBay and she is way more than what she is worth. So unfortunately that's the only way you can get her, unless we see a re-release, which is very, very unlikely. Well, that about wraps up this review. A bit of a light review, this one, but I certainly hope that you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please do give it a like and consider subscribing. And until next time, take care.